Hello everyone, good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening. My name is Dr. Ridan Satistelan, and if you're coming live, or this is your first time visiting my channel, well, let me tell you a little bit of myself. I am in the health and fitness niche. I love helping people lose weight. In fact, I'm wearing my Insanity shirt. I lost 238 pounds, and I love it. I love helping people lose weight, but at the same time, I'm a very successful blogger, and I have a great following and a lot of success. And so a lot of people have been asking me for help as to what exactly they can do to get a successful blog going. And so if you're shopping around, if you're looking for blogging tips, and I recognize that blogging is misspelled because that's one of the reasons as well that people tend to mess up as one of the reasons. So I did that on purpose. And so tonight or today or whatever time you're watching this, I'm actually sitting relaxing at home, and I decided to make this quick little video to give you a few blogging tips as to what exactly you can do to have some success. It's unfortunate. I have seen a lot of people, a lot of my friends, colleagues in general, they set up this amazing, they spend thousands of dollars spending on creating this insane and beautiful websites. However, you know, it's like crickets. No one finds them. They're not getting the traffic that they want or they deserve. And so what I'm trying to do is sort of give you a good sort of tips that I use to help me get the traffic and help me have some success in my blog. I can't even talk today. I'm exhausted. But anyway, before I go on vacation, because I'm actually leaving to the tropical islands of Puerto Rico, this is where I was born and raised, so I'm super excited. And so before I go, I wanted to make this quick little video for you. So number one, a blog. When you write a blog, you need to understand that a blog is an extension of you. This is how people are going to understand who you are and how you're going to educate them. So the best way to start is just think of it as, you know, in 500 words or more, what exactly is your message? And Google, as well as the search engines, they love content. And so the thing that you have to do is when you create a blog is that the more you write, as long as it has value, because that's a key, then you have a lot of success on your blog. So the second thing is your blog has to have value. Always. And what I mean by value is it needs to engage people, it needs to educate people, and it needs to have, and it needs to make the person or the target or the niche or the environment that you're trying to speak to come back to you, because honestly, that's what makes people want to come back and learn more from you. That's what makes people buy from you. That's what makes people follow you, and you know, be part of the process. So when you write those 500 words, make sure that you have it well structured, that you're going to provide some education, whatever it is. If you're going to sell something, that it has to have value as to how exactly it's going to help the people in general, your audience. This is funny because this is one of my colleagues. Oh, he says that, you know, everything in life you have to make it interesting and sexy, and and I agree with him to the extent of that. If I'm going to read something from you, the average sort of attention of a user in general is a matter of seconds. So if you don't have something captivating in the first few sentences of your blog, you're done. Forget it. I mean, they're gonna leave. And so you have to make them interesting. So when the first couple of sentences that you write, they have to be interesting. They have to be sexy. So what I mean by that is, you know, it has to be captivating. It has to make me want to stay there. It has to make me want to say, okay, I'm buying, or I'm going to follow this guy because he has something great to say. So don't forget that. Make it interesting and sexy. All right? A lot of things that I see is that a lot of my buddies, I feel horrible because they never had a call to action. And a call to action is simply this. If you're reading my blog, right, and I create an emotion or you learn something, and at the end, you go, wow, I want to know more about this guy. I want to buy what he has to offer, or I want to know more about you. If you don't tell your reader exactly what you want him to do, or how to find you, or how to create, or how to purchase, or what have you, then you lost it. You know, if you don't have a way for that reader to contact you, you're done. Might as well don't write at all. I mean, the purpose why we write blogs is to make sure our audience are finding us and at the same time understanding, and at the same time, for you to tell them what to do. That's why we blog, right? So that is super, super, and super important. So don't ever forget that, guys. Like, you need to have a call to action. All right. So now, the next part that you need to have, which I really, really like, your message has to be current. Like this right here, it needs to be current. I mean, it needs to be like powerful. It needs to be, insane. And what I mean by that is current. It has to be to the extent of the news. If you're gonna blog about something that matters, that is of today. If you're writing about something that happened in the past, then make sure you relate it to today. And why? Because people are tired of reading so much crap on the web. And honestly, I'm gonna use that word for lack of a better term. There's so much spam. There's so much stuff out there that it's just, try to be unique on that sense. Try to be current. Try to be original. Try to be today. Speak in 2013 levels and provide new information as much as you can. Okay, so now number 6 is very interesting, because a lot of people tend to go through this problem a lot, which is they don't even know what to blog about. So my advice to you is this. I always tell people to do the following. Grab a phone just like this, like a regular iPhone or whatever, something like this, right? And then there's always a feature on your phone where you could easily sort of set it up to record, right? And record yourself talking about anything that you like, about your business, about your opportunity, about, whatever it is that you enjoy, that you want to teach people about. And then what you can do is listen to that recording, and then you can write some ideas afterwards, right? When I'm working out, sometimes I have that recording going, because if I have some ideas when I'm working out, I just want to shut them out, shout out loud, so that I can record and go back to them later. So that way, that's a good alternative, because a lot of people, when they sit down sometimes in the front of the computer, they freeze. It happens to me all the time. So what I like to do is, when I'm walking, when I'm seeing things that I enjoy, that I like, I automatically, put on my phone, hit it on record, and I start talking nonstop. And if you have an iPhone, you can easily download a free application to record it, and you're set to go. All right? That's an easy fix. Number 7 is, a lot of people don't know how to set up a blog, and that is a biggie. You can do a lot of free stuff out there. You can Google and do free stuff, but however, I want to save you time, money, and resources, because I went that way, and it was a nightmare. And then I purchased my own hosting and went through that process, and it was a nightmare again. And let me explain to you, because the thing is, what I want to offer is a product, right? I wanted to offer a product that helps people lose weight, that get healthy, and at the same time, makes money for me, right? Because I love helping people lose weight. But the problem is because it's a specific market. There is a lot of competition out there, and so it was very difficult for me to have people find me, for me to create a sense of that. Oh, okay. He wants to help me lose weight, but there's so many people doing the same thing out there. So how are you going to be unique? And I'll explain what that means in a little bit. And so that was one of the problems that I was seeing, that I didn't know how to set up a blog, and at the same time, when I did, I was having the following troubles. Okay? And let me explain to you. Trouble number 1 was ranking. And ranking, what I mean by that is, okay, you write your blog and you send it, and then you're hoping that Google will pick it up and then rank you, meaning give you authority and say, you are the expert, you are awesome, I am going to put you on the top 10, because people around the world needs to know exactly what you're saying, right? Makes sense. Absolutely. However, it doesn't happen that way, because if you're a brand new blogger, guess what? There's people out there who has more authority than you. There's people out there that perhaps are writing just the same things you are writing, and so you have to be very unique, and you have to sort of figure out a way that you can rank and at the same time be relevant. And so when you have a lot of competition, it's incredibly difficult. But don't worry, I want to show you an easy way to fix that problem. The second problem is that backlinking, which that means in an easy way is that people believing and supporting what you're saying. So basically, for example, you write a blog, you create it, and then you have to submit that blog into other areas, into other authority sites, into other blogs maybe, into Facebook, social media, and all these places, so that it gets meat and credibility to your blog. That's the best way to describe it. It gives power and strength to your blog. So in other words, it's saying, I know this guy, he's good, so I back him up. That's basically what it is. And so backlinking could be incredibly time consuming. It could be super, super expensive. And at the same time, it was for me until I figured out a new alternative that I don't even have to do it that much. Okay. The other problem was that I just mentioned before was the ability for people to find me or find you. If you write something and you think it's the best thing since white bread or beans or burritos or chicken or whatever you like, whatever you're into, ice cream, what have you, believe me when I tell you, it is horrible that you create something so good and then no one sees it. It blows my mind every single time. And it happens a lot with the people that I coach prior to me helping them out. So I honestly, telling you here that it's detrimental to see that. So you can go with the free stuff and spend hundreds of hours trying to figure it out, which more power to you if you can do that. Me, I took a shortcut because I have a need to help people. I have a need to make an extra income, and I have a need to change lives. Like I told you at the beginning, I was 400 something pounds, so I needed to lose the weight right away. So this is the system that I use, blogtoday.org. I went in, I saw that presentation, and then I bought it. And the great thing about the system is this: it's like, think of it like a university for bloggers, right? It teaches you how to blog correctly. It automatically sets a blog for you. The authority site has so much power that I've been able to write things, and within 3 weeks, I'm already ranking on Google and Yahoo and all the other search engines. I don't have to worry much about backlinking because the site has so much power itself that you don't have to worry about it, literally. And at the same time, if you don't know anything about Alexa ranking, in the past she used to hate me. And now she loves me, because Alexa ranking, what she does, which is kind of mean if you ask me, she decides and determines which of the sites has more power and which of the sites I consider important. And so the #1 site in the world, I believe, is either Facebook or Google, in those two. And this site, it's about, I believe it's like 100 in the US and about 300 or 400 around the world. So that means anything that we write, it's important. It's incredibly relevant, and so people will find you right away, which is sweet. And going back to the expression, it is interesting and sexy. But in reality, guys, that's exactly what it did for me. And so if you are there thinking about starting a blog, or you're thinking about blogging tip or what have you, another thing too is don't misspell things. But if you're thinking about honestly creating a blog, created a sense of that you have a message, you have a product, you want to sell, or even you just want to blog because you love it, you want to share things with your family, or you just want to educate, whatever that reason may be. Go with a system that is actually going to give you authority, that's going to give you ranking, and it's going to help you meet your goals. Save yourself the trouble and save yourself the time, because honestly, it is incredibly frustrating to spend hundreds of hours designing and creating something and no one finds it and no one recognizes it. So if you like shortcuts like I do, because actually not shortcut, it's more if you have a sense of urgency, meaning that you want results right away and you want to help people, or you want to make money, or you want to provide good content or create information, or maybe use this as your personal business, whatever those reasons apply to you, or basically you just want to have fun, then take a look at this. blogtoday.org is going to save you time and money and resources, etc. So with that said, I want to wish you the best, and I actually need to go back to packing. I'm leaving off to the Caribbean, Puerto Rico. Woohoo! I'm excited. My name is Dr. Iran Santisteban, so I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this, and we'll be in touch. Take care. Bye. And Google, as well as the search engines, they love content. And so the thing that you have to do is, when you create a blog, is that the more you write, as long as it has value, because that's a key, then you have a lot of success on your blog. So the second thing is, your blog has to have value. Always. And what I mean by value is it needs to engage people, it needs to educate people, and it needs to have and it needs to make the person or the I have seen a lot of people, a lot of my friends, colleagues in general, they set up this amazing, they spend thousands of dollars spending on creating this insane and beautiful websites. However, you know, it's like crickets. No one finds them. They're not getting the traffic that they want or they deserve. And so what I'm trying to do is sort of give you a good sort of tips that I use to help me get the traffic and help me have some success in my blog. I can't even talk today. I'm exhausted. But anyway, before I go on exactly they can do to get a successful blog going. And so if you're shopping around, if you're looking for blogging tips, and I recognize that blogging is misspelled because that's one of the reasons as well that people tend to mess up as one of the reasons. So I did that on purpose. And so tonight or today or whatever time you're watching this, I'm actually sitting relaxing at home, and I decided to make this quick little video to give you a few blogging tips as to what exactly you can do to have some success. It's unfortunate on vacation because I'm actually leaving to the tropical islands of Puerto Rico. This is where I was born and raised, so I'm super excited. And so before I go, I wanted to make this quick little video for you. So number one, a blog. When you write a blog, you need to understand that a blog is an extension of you. This is how people are going to understand who you are and how you're going to educate them. So the best way to start is just think of it as, you know, in 500 words or more, what exactly is your message? Hello everyone, good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening. My name is Dr. Satistelan, and if you're coming live, or this is your first time visiting my channel, well, let me tell you a little bit of myself. I am in the health and fitness niche. I love helping people lose weight. In fact, I'm wearing my Insanity shirt. I lost 238 pounds, and I love it. I love helping people lose weight. But at the same time, I'm a very successful blogger, and I have a great following and a lot of success. And so a lot of people have been asking me for help as to what